Morning, Namaskar, and looking forward after a short while to meet you, children, and dear parents and grandparents. My very special greetings to you all. Diwali is coming up! Well, the whole country waits for the Diwali in India, isn't it? And world over. So, I have a little message today. And you know what, children and dear young parents, and of course my respected grandparents too, I realized today that the kind of message that I'm trying to give and share with each one of you and take your message, please keep writing to me, whatever comes to your mind after listening to the talk, before listening to the talk, during any time in between, write to me. I will reflect back to you. And idea is to exchange and not be like people like me, our people around, like simple, good, middle class, honest citizen of India. What's wrong with being with it? We don't want you to be just another Indian. We want you to be very special Indian. And you could be that. And that's why it is called victorious. So towards which today I realize, say in our days of schooling, and grandpa, grandma, your parent and mommy would tell you, your uncle and aunts would tell you, nobody in the school told us, hey, champion Robbin Ghosh, you could be, if you do like this, you will be a state champion. You could be champion in the district. You could top the country. You could be India number one. Nobody told us. And world number one. Nobody even thought about it. Even our teachers couldn't think about it. Today, you all are very lucky, children and dear young parents, that you have the opportunity to give it to the kids, and children, you have the opportunity to use it and be a world citizen. We are a world citizen anyway, but you are a world recognized citizen. Everybody then knows who this one is, who you are. And all it requires in that, which we didn't know, but I realize it today, having traveling around the world, utilizing with the world class of education facilities, I realize it is so effortlessly easy. If it is so easy, then why isn't everybody doing it? You know why? People don't know. They didn't know. Today in India itself, IGCSE, ICSC, CBSC, SSC, so many schools, not only that, so many IB schools also. But how come their children are not doing, very rarely they are doing, very rarely becoming country topper, world topper, topper in Asia Pacific. And just see your brothers and sisters, your senior colleagues in this school are topping. All it requires is that you becoming aware, knowing what? Who you are. What happens when you become who you are? See, look at it, little thinking, okay? In this universe, there are things that you know and things that you don't know. Right? Everything in this universe, either I know it or I don't know it. And our endeavor is to know those things which we don't know, for which we do research, we do studies, we do school and college, and know more and more and more, and then come into the world of discovering and establishing things which is not known to people, and we become research scientists, discoverers, or conceptual things like writers and etc. etc. Correct? But what I want to bring it to you is for you to think of, children, reflect. And for the younger children, dear young parent, mom and dad, talk to them. Tell them. What? Who am I? In other words, who are you? You're somebody very special. Tell them you're very special. And you will prove it to everyone that you are. So, in which things we know and things we don't know. Other than this, in this world, there is another thing. Which is that thing? Just think. Champion, tell me. Things I know and things I don't know. There is another. What is that third thing? Think. It is you, the knower, the not known to knowable and knower. And this knower, you, it is your journey through this world school environment and through the blessings of 5,000 plus years worth of knowledge of Vedanta. I also didn't know. I realized it on the way. I became aware. So all I want you to be 2A. To go to the third A. 2A to go to third A. What is that 2A? First, be aware. Like you know. Let's say your name is Siddharth. Your name is Siddharth. So in a classroom of gathering, somebody asked, was Mohan there in the class? Supposing I come there and I say, is Mohan here? And he will say, yes, he's there. I said, where is he? You will point at it. There is Mohan. And you pointed at him. That's Mohan. And I said, okay, hi Mohan, come, I want to talk to you. For whatever. But if I ask you, were you there? Think. For Mohan to be there and for you to tell, you to recognize, you have to point it, and then Mohan comes into existence. You are the proof that Mohan is there. But I'm asking, who is the proof that you are there? You will say, why? Ask my friends. I said, ask your friends to prove it to the teacher or attendance register. But I am asking to your own self. Your own self. Did you ask your friend? Prove it to me, I am here. Or can you tell me whether I am here? You will laugh at it, no? But just think, how do you know that you are there? This is awareness. To be aware, you have to be alert. Supposing you are unconscious or in deep sleep or snoozing, you're not aware. You have to remain alert. Imagine, you're playing cricket. Everybody loves to play cricket, no? And say you're facing a friend who's a fast bowler or a spin bowler. And you know there are fieldsmen all around. You have to be very alert. You make one mistake and either you're bowled or you're caught. Isn't it? Maybe run out. Either way, you're out. So you have to be very alert. Same thing is with, let's say, tennis or badminton or table tennis or chess. These are all games. What about playing guitar or sitar? You can't be absent-minded and just do like this. Or maths, science, poetry, English, history, sociology, encyclopedic information, knowledge, acquiring, computer science, or C++, computer language, or Vedic maths, or animation, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, you're learning everything here, or foreign languages. Anything, you have to be alert. So, awareness, alert. 2A to lead to third A. 2A to lead to third A. And third A is awakening, achievement. Awakening, achievement. So you are aware, that awareness will give you automatically awakening. But the achievement will come being alert, being aware, and through the awakening you will. What is this through the awakening? It is like the little hole through which, if you look at through the hole to the whole sky outside, tremendous opportunity. This side, it's a small hole. You're inside a room, let's say locked room, and you're looking through the keyhole, and outside is blue sky, infinite potential, infinite opportunity. Nobody told me, nobody told us that you could. Infinite meaning a very simple thing in the world topper. Not very simple. You have to be aware, you have to be alert. And through that awakening, meaning knowingness, awakening is knowingness. I can do it. The moment you take on that, you have no doubt. I am Mohan. I am Siddharth. I am a boy. I am a girl. You have no doubt, no? If you're, let's say, Yogita is your name, you know I am a girl. Or you know I am a boy. If somebody says, do you know? How do you know? You say, come on, do you mind? Of course I know. That of course I know, I want you to bring it and apply it to whatever field you're taking up now in the journey. And that's being a world topper. I know. I can be. All I have to do is to choose to do so. You know what is happening during this journey? Have you noticed most of us love to do things which are not correct? Which are not correct. Jumping the traffic light, not paying income tax. Children, you are not there at the end, but your parents will tell you most of the people are trying to find out how to avoid the country's income tax. And things which are wrong. And that is how the birth of the corruption comes into this earth. And have you noticed in our country, there is so much of corruption. So or in most of the other countries, there is corruption. But there are or not, it's not important. Our country must not. Why? Because we are Bharatiya. Bha is Brahma Jyoti. And Rata is those who are immersed in Brahma Jyoti. And those who are not Indian, but we are human beings. We are human consciousness. We are not donkeys. We are not monkeys. We are special human beings. And you are connected through Vedanta to the world school facilities. This not wanting to do things was ignorance. I'll give you an example. Wearing helmet while driving a two-wheeler, it is a law. Everybody has to wear. But our police forces in Maharashtra state, let's say, are not very serious about implementing it. But many states in India and anywhere else in the world, you have to wear a helmet. Even while cycling, you have to wear a helmet. Because it can create serious problem. How? I didn't realize it either. We used to drive in our days, those days, this awareness, alertness, and awakening was lacking because nobody told us. I used to drive around without I had a matchless motorbike in the Indian Air Force. I was a good fighter pilot. I was a flight lieutenant then. And this happened in Hindon, Ghaziabad. And I was flying at that time the Hunter planes. It was the British plane. And we were very good. It was a deep penetration strike aircraft. And we used to have lots of fun. And as soon as the cotton time is over, we used to come back, and generally we used to stay till evening and maybe go on to night flying. But that particular day, and it used to be quite often, especially on Saturdays, generally it would get over by lunchtime. So I had to go to Delhi to see someone. I was in Hindon, Ghaziabad, 23 kilometers away from Delhi. I'm remembering my name. Champion, I'm sharing with you so that these are the things which made me awaken, realize, I wish I knew before. I want you to know now so that you don't make these mistakes. So I came charging. I quickly changed my clothes from uniform and took out my bike and started to drive off. And I suddenly remembered we had an air officer who was commanding the station. His name was Air Marshal Chitnis, then Air Commodore Chitnis, later on became Air Marshal. And he was very particular for us to wear helmet, because a pilot to be trained, training cost itself for one pilot is something like about 60 to 70 crores of rupees. So if a pilot gets hurt or is not available to the country because of accident, sickness, huge loss to the country. So Chitnis sir used to tell us, take care of yourself, you must wear a helmet. But people like me, we were monkeys, no? Wanted to break rules. So quietly, and we used to think it is fun. We were ignorant, just like many people today are ignorant. Today, as I started to drive out, I remembered, but I said, no, now it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Chitnis will not be there. He must be in his house having lunch. As I was driving out, I was already speeding up because I didn't want to be late, and suddenly I saw pilot's eye far away, 2 kilometers away. I could see him standing near the gate through which I have to go out of the Air Force Station, Hindon Air Force Station. And the moment I saw him, I was wearing no helmet, so I ran with the brake, and my motorbike, it was very 6.5 horsepower, it fishtailed, and I was immediately turned around, I skidded, and I didn't fall down. I was pretty good pilot, no? Drove back to my room, and I remember next door to me was Raymond DeMonte. He was my squadron mate, another pilot. I went to him and I said, Raymond, I didn't have a helmet. We never used to buy them, just like many people today. Why spend the money? I went to Ray and I said, Ray, I need your helmet. Quickly, give it to me. He said, no, I was going out at 5 o'clock. I said, shut up. You manage from somebody else. We were good friends, like brothers. I took it from him and I said, bye, I'll see you later. And I just passed up. Poor Ray, he would have managed. I went with that helmet. And now I'm proud wearing a helmet, and Air Marshal Chitnis, then Air Commodore, saw me. I saluted him and he smiled. He was very pleased. He knew that this champion is always breaking the rule. He was very fond of me because I used to be a very good pilot, very good officer otherwise. And this, that I should not break rule, awareness was lacking in me at that time. Just as it is lacking in many of you, many of the people. You know it is not correct to do it, not good to do it, but we still go ahead and do it. Now, my intention of giving you this message with a little incident. You know what I went through? And I was speeding 75, 80 miles per hour. Those days it's close to 100, 105 kilometers per hour today. 110. in New Delhi, in Old Ring Road and Outer Ring Road. I had taken the Outer Ring Road and I was zipping. Those days, today you can't find an inch of space. Everywhere there's car and motorbike and cycle. Those days there were no vehicles. I'm talking about 1967. Long time back. Many parents said you were not even born. And I saw far away there was a bullock cart. There was nobody. And I was like a monkey. I was feeling very good. I was holding my hand like this. Very good balance in the motorbike. I was driving without holding the handle also. Just see what a monkey I was, no? And I saw the bullock cart. It was carrying bamboos. And I was overtaking it. So with my leg, I slowly turned the bike and I was going past. The bullock cart was there and I was almost 6 feet to the right and overtaking the bullock cart. I didn't know that one bamboo, instead of along the bullock cart, had fallen and had come across. And that bamboo hit my left leg. I didn't even realize what hit me. I didn't even see it. It was lying low. It hit me and I flew off the bike. And somersaulting. I almost traveled 500 odd yards. 400, 350 meters. Luckily, nothing happened to me. I thought so. Because I was everything okay. My bike was, of course, lying there. And I said, oh my God. And as I tried to get up, I found something from my head fell off like this. And you know what was that? My helmet. It had cracked completely to the half. Just think, children, dear parents, if I was not wearing that helmet, I will be dead, isn't it? It is the divine grace of the Divine Mother, God and Guru, and this unified cosmic energy, the field that guided me to wear a helmet. Grateful to Ekamoto Chitness. But I did that out of fear. I'm asking you, do it from awakening. Become aware. I have to do it because I can't do anything wrong. Be alert. I have to stick to the right thing. Then only you will reach to that greatness. You will. Because that's the law. That's the Vedanta which is talking about. So, I tried to get up. Helmet fell off. I said, my God, I thought fleet of a second, still not fully aware. Dazed a little bit. As I tried to get up, my left leg wouldn't take my weight. I said, what happened? And I looked down. My leg wasn't there. Leg was lying about 4, 5, 6 feet away from me. Attached with a little, some whitish something. I said, oh my God. I had a clear, my leg was chopped off totally. And it was pure divine grace. 2 hours I was lying there bleeding away. There was no vehicle, no car. Bullock cart guy was waiting. He was trying to fan me. I was bleeding away. Then with the divine grace, there's one gentleman came down and he still remember his name. He was Cordon Leader DeCosta, another Air Force officer. He picked me up, took me to the military hospital, and the doctor told me your leg will be chopped off. You will be amputated. I said, I don't want. He said, no, if I don't chop it off, you'll die. I said, it's better to die than not have legs. Just imagine, just one helmet I didn't wear. If I had not worn, what would have happened? And the world today is telling you, you should wear it. You must do the right thing. And the moment you do the right thing, then that knowable, not known, and the knower, you you are the one you would achieve. And this is what I talked to you about Swami Vivekananda the other day, the last talk I said. What does it say? Dare to be free. But to be free, you have to respect everything, including the nature, the law. You can't litter things, you can't throw your garbage from your house into the neighbor's house or onto the road. You can't eat something from the car and throw it outside. Just being disciplined, awakening. He says, dare to be free. Dare to be guided by your thoughts to wherever it takes you. And then Vivekananda says, dare to go there wherever your thoughts lead you. And now you are the one who will do it. Paramahansa Yogananda has got a beautiful matching statement on this. He says, it is your inner voice. Remember our prayer? Listen to the inner voice. Listen to the inner voice. That inner voice, listen to it. Called intuition, inner guidance. Listen to it. And you would see that you cannot do wrong. So what is Paramahansa Yogananda saying? Listen to the inner voice and be guided. It is not what you read what makes a change in you. It is what you do with what you read. When you read something, you should do whatever it tells you. So just now we have talked about it. Vedanta says, Shravanam, listen or read or listen to the audio or to the YouTube or something. Listen, Shravanam. Then Mananam. In IB you do ask inquiry questions. Shravanam, Mananam. Read, reflect, think, ask questions, challenge the system. Challenge everything. Whatever teacher tells you, book is written, so what? You challenge it. Naturally you will learn much more. And this is part of the research. Shravanam, Mananam, and then is Nididhyasanam as per Vedanta, meaning sit still, sit silent, reflect. And that is called meditation or reflection in IB language. You will hit the nail in the button. I want you to share something, understand. Once I'd gone down to Beijing to buy this school some of the furniture. We had gone down at that time, many years ago. That was about 2000, I think 9, 10, about 10, 11 years ago. And Beijing, we were walking around, we had finished a lot of shopping, and I saw that police traffic, young boy, very smart looking, tall, almost 6 feet tall, very smart looking boy standing there, and his eyes are looking straight out. He's not moving. I went there and I looked at him. Some of you who have seen in England, in London, Birmingham Palace, the guards who stand there like that, just like that, in China. He wouldn't look at me. Generally, if somebody comes and stands in front of you, you will look at him, no? He didn't. He kept on looking like that. So I looked at him. I asked my guide, why is he like this? The guide said something beautiful I want to share, and it is applicable to today's talk. He says, he was not very good in English, said, no can do. Cannot look. Why? That's the law. Just think, what beautiful discipline. No wonder China shot up. We were just about to enter a shopping mall to do some shopping in China, Beijing. I found there were 3 old gentlemen. They were sitting and smoking outside the mall. So the other teachers and all, everybody went into the shopping. I wasn't too interested. I went with them, just had a look and came back. I was waiting outside. I was watching these 3. I love to watch people and study them, learn from them. I was watching the 3 gentlemen. I noticed by then, something, children, dear parent, they had finished smoking. And what they did, they got up They didn't throw it away like this, like they do it many parts of the world, including particularly India. They got up, they went all the way to the other side of the super mall. They were dustbin. They went through in the dustbin and came back and sat down here. Notice the discipline. I want you to be aware, to be alert. Make your choices, and through those choices are the awakening with which you will be the one and attain anything. 2 A's to 1 A. I wish you good luck.